comments that really resonated with me. Somebody mentioned being held hostage by somebody by their partner who keeps threatening
Off
to
themselves.
self
Delete
delete.
them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is such a common. I
Yeah,
actually
that's
in
common.
clients I see that a lot in women to men. You have the classic guy that wants to be the good guy and a lot of our men struggle with self identity and self esteem. So one of the things is difficult is, well, what does it mean to be a man? So I'm supposed to be a protector and a provider. So a lot of times they throw that out there because they want you to be the hero. They want to make you feel like you're the only one that can save them, and they go through that cycle of you come to the rescue and they cry, you have this moment and you're like, okay, let me help this person get better, and then they return back to their same ways. So it might not even necessarily be narcissism, but it could still be a personality disorder because a lot of them have similarities like avoidant, antisocial, borderline personality. Like sometimes it's hard to diagnose them because they're so similar to one another. So to whoever dropped that comment, please, the next time that happens, the next time that is a threat, call the police to their house. Or if you're living with them, call them to come to where you are to do an evaluation, because I don't know, what state you're in or what the laws are, but in New Jersey, everybody's a mandatory reporter. So in the worst absolute case scenario, if this person goes through with it, then you're liable because they disclosed it to you and you didn't do anything about it. You didn't make any kind of phone calls. So if you know that they're using this as like a tool to get you back or to do whatever, still call the police, because that's also going to teach them that this is not a way that you can use to get back into my life. If they know the police is going to be called every single time they even try to threaten that, they'll stop doing it. And then make sure you distance yourself, because one of the biggest things that you can do is
Yes.
create the boundaries. Get out of there. If you have a child with this person, make sure there is no co-parenting. You have to be your own parent, set the values for your child, and then make sure your child knows how to deal with that narcissistic parent going forward. Like everything goes to like preventive measures. I recently found out that somebody in my family was a narcissist, and it just dawned on me and made me feel so bad, because I could have I could have talked to the younger members inside of my family to let them know, listen, you don't these issues that you're suffering from, depression and low self-worth, and you're attaching it to this parent that you feel like is mistreating you. I could have warned them early, like, listen, this is what this person is going through, and it's just being transferred on to you. So just to help them navigate that. So if there is no co-parenting, I just jumped from like 2 or 3 different subjects. No co-parenting, set boundaries, and get away from that person that is threatening to and they do it in such slick ways too. To send you a little picture of like an empty pill bottle and say, I'm sorry, I love you. So it's not like they're not saying that they did anything, but they're
Right.
implying that they did. They Narcissists are so incredibly good at the art of being deceiving and being manipulative. So that's why you really just have to bring all that stuff out into the spotlight, because the gaslighting is real. Making you feel like you're crazy is so real. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
I wanted to jump on it, and I think that was Trash Can Waves that
Well,
even
I
that said
can't
the first.
wait. And he was just saying, then they'll threaten that you broke their trust, calling the police on them. So next time they're thinking about doing the act, they will tell no one.
Absolutely. And you did not break any kind of trust. Like, you are doing the best that you can to get them help and let them know that you are not the best person equipped to help them. So that's why you call the police each time. And you will do it each time until they learn not to do it, or until you get up enough courage and strength to leave and disappear overnight. Like, pack your stuff, everything essential, disappear, get out of there. If you if you don't have any kids or attachments, because you're not gonna heal the person. Like there is nothing you're gonna be able to do that's gonna be able to help them. If you go to counseling and try to get them counseling, they're gonna shift the blame to you. And if the counselor doesn't know how to deal with personality disorders, they will believe them. So, get out of there.
Yeah. Grizzle was just saying that police are not trained to deal with mental health. They only know control tactics. That is true.
That's true. But but the thing about narcissists is the thing that they value above everything is their image. So calling the police out is and having them come out and talk to this person threatens that image of themselves as superior or knowing everything. So whenever something like that happens, like the biggest thing you can do to disrupt the narcissist rhythm is do something that impacts their image that they've created. So.
Right. Luke Hazel has a question for you, Nelson, counseling. She says, are there any situations that it would be dangerous to call a narcissist out?
Yeah, if you are dealing with, so there's different types of narcissists too, overt, covert, malignant. Depending on the type of narcissist you're dealing with, it could potentially get violent if you call them out. So the best advice is to never call them out. It's always to set the boundaries and get out, because if you're dealing with a covert narcissist, then they'll come at you and hurt you in more subtle ways, like embarrassing you in front of others, talking down to you in the house and in the moment. But if you're dealing with a malignant person, somebody that will lie, cheat, and steal to achieve their goals, then it could get physical. And then that's when it's a very close distinction to antisocial personality disorder, because now there's physical violence involved. So you may think that you're dealing with a narcissist and you're dealing with an antisocial personality disorder, and things get physical. So I would just say don't call them out at all, but don't deal with it either.
Okay, I'm gonna just read dedicated to my children's futures comment. Man, if Nelson Counseling is saying it, then it's a luck. He definitely knows what he is talking about, and is a professional counselor even.
Oh, I appreciate that.
I want to do this. I had a client who played the self-delete manipulation game. She used it as an opportunity for pity and an attention-seeking tool. That's what I said earlier.
That's what they do.
They'll say that, and it's like you don't want to be rude or sound cold. Like, okay, well, you must wasn't serious about it because you're still here. You don't want to go into that. But they always say, I always take a person who threatens self-deletion seriously. But I'm saying people who are using that as a way to keep you from saying certain. You got to pretty much pander to them. Because if you don't want to say the wrong thing, they're going to tip them off and make them, want to go and off themselves. But yeah, that's manipulation as well. I consider that. This is Gail at Night. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for supporting. Be sure to click the like button and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and set the bell to all.